Hello and welcome to the presentation for Progress 3 for App 2, which is our personal expenses app. This was covering strictly section 4, one of the longer sections, about building an app that keeps track of your expenses and will show a graph on it accordingly. So here's our app right now. So this is how it starts out. It has an empty graph and it has this area that's for a list of all your transactions. And so when it's empty, it'll display some sort of PNG file or something like that. And so when I add a single, single item, what this should do is add it to our list of expenses, and it will display it as a single child school view, I believe. I'll choose today, add a transaction. And what this bar does is it shows a breakdown. For example, this was $78 and today's Friday, so the whole bar is filled. All of our bars is this yellow, which is our theme. If I were to add one more, say other, let's say this was $56, and then we'll choose a date. We'll say this happened yesterday, and I add a transaction. This is a little bit less than half of our total, so this bar will show that we bought it, and it'll show the number at the top, and this will show it's a slightly longer bar, and you can see that it's 56 and 78. One other functionality was being able to delete them. So if I press this, it deletes from the list accordingly, and you can see that all of our money has been spent on Tuesday, and it'll show the title, the date, and how much I bought for that. So yes, main functionality was being able to add and delete lists and delete and provide data on that. As for the code itself, it mainly used, the main Dart, which built this main widget, and it called several other Dart files. The first one will be the chart bar, which is this right here. For example, this is a column. This first little square right here is the value. The second little square is its bar, and its height is its percentage of the total spending. And then, of course, the day, or a letter representing the day that it was bought. So it's a row of a bunch of columns of this data within this card. That is how that's structured. This is a scrollable list that lazily, meaning that it renders elements only when you need to scroll to it, for the rest of the screen. And of course, there's a button that overlays over everything, so it'll hide behind this for a nice layout. So I believe that is the entirety of Chapter 4, which was building this using all these files. Of course, the chart handles the chart area, while the chart bar represents chart actual data. New transaction handled the adding it to the list and being able to keep that in the list instead of just displaying it. Transaction item handled a single transaction item from the list, and of course the list, which it referenced so that it could display it in the main Dart file. And that, I believe, is everything for Progress 3, which is our App 2 expenses. Oops. Here we are.